Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome into the SFA Season 13 Conference Championship Week, and we are kicking it off with Watch Party. This is actually going up this is actually being simmed same day as the rest of the Conference Championship, so it really kind of feels like everything's happening today. And we're kicking it off with the Sun Belt Championship. This doesn't necessarily impact the CFP race hardly at all unless there's like extreme chaos, and then maybe the winner of this has an outside chance of getting in. But really, this is just about Southern Miss versus Georgia Southern, the rematch of last week, actually. So let's go through the rosters. This is going to be the first time we see Southern Miss this season on game day, led by the senior D. Dowis, 98 speed, 99 awareness, except he makes a lot of critical errors at critical points. We'll see if he has put it all together and can get a Sunbelt championship in his last career Sunbelt game. The running backs are Ray Rice, SFA player. Tybo Rogers is an SFA player. And then DJ Hall was redshirted. He's the 5-star. And then Peyton Hillis should be back from injury. I believe he might be questionable. Or I believe he's probably probable. So we'll have to see if he plays. And then out wide, you got Lionel Clifford, Shelton, and Maurice James. They sometimes throw it, sometimes don't. And then the SFA player, freshman Hassan Pippinger. On the offensive line, you got Stallings at left tackle. You got Bobby Joe Toot, the SFA player here, left guard. You've got Trevor Randolph. So a really decent line. Alfie Hayford is an SFA player. Really decent offensive line for a group of 5. And Matt Clark, Quay Camaro, SFA player on the defensive end. And in the middle, really good D tackle here, and then the depth isn't all that great. At linebacker, you got Mike Harvey, DeAndre Moose, the SFA player, Nate Thompson on the other end with Larry Toro, I believe, who starts. Out wide, you've got Eric Coleman, the SFA freshman, Ty Hagelwood. You got Henley and Gutierrez, so we'll see what these guys can do. And then at safety, Cole Montgomery is hurt, so we're going to see more Amari Snowden, or maybe he was starting there. And Curtis Blaylock, the SFA player as well. And then kicking is the freshman. Let's take a look. He's 14 of 21 this season. That is not that good, but he does have a decent leg, so we'll see if he gets used at all today. And then for Georgia Southern, they are the reigning Sun Belt champions, led by Josh Johnson, his redshirt senior year. He started out at San Diego State and got tampered away. We'll see what he does today. Trey Inners is one of the better running backs in the country in terms of SFA talent. So he is definitely the main piece of their offense. And then a wide receiver, J.J. Young. He's been around forever. He's made some great plays on game day, including the Citrus Bowl last year. Ryan Alexander and David Love. Tight end, you got John Patrick. Offensive line, Vincent Roberts is back from injury. Matt Branch, Adam Manning, who was part of the transfer portal, came here. Remember, this is Coco's former team, and then he left. So everybody kind of felt like they were going to regress, but they really haven't. They've actually played really well this year. And Albert Ashcherry is an SFA player and one of the former busts. Linebacker George Stevens, Sean Sutton. This is where they are the weakest with Alan Holmes as well, because they did lose Tyson Coffey to the transfer portal. He went over to Ohio last year. And then out wide, you got Pablo Smalls, who held the Coastal Carolina wide receiver. I'm blanking on his name. Oh, man, it's going to kill me. But he held him the one with the dreads, the Coastal receiver.
Yeah, Donovan Swanson.
Yeah, Donovan Swanson. He held them to one catch in their win over Coastal to get into this game. And then Malcolm Cope, the transfer from Tennessee, he is still the captain of this defense. And Co Simpson, the 99 hit power man. Its strong safety will be gearing for everybody's dome today. And Bernard Wallace, another freshman kicker. He's a little bit more accurate, a little less power. So we'll see how that works out. So that is the setup here. B-Dog, if you're here, let me know what jerseys you want. You are designated as the away team because you did lose to them last week. but this is what it's looking like. We'll give you a quick preview here. Points per game, total offense. The defense definitely goes in favor of Southern Miss, and obviously the number 1 rushing offense in the country. So let's see what happens. And if B-Dog's typing, let me know, because I can't see it while I'm streaming to you guys. But Coastal, very boring uniforms. They'll just go navy, 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 white. And then Southern Miss, if he wants to go all white. Or I think they have a gold jersey. Can anyone see him typing or no? If not, we're just going to go all white. Ooh, they have a white helmet. That's kind of crispy. Anyone? Anyone? Okay, no. So we'll go white. I don't hear anything. Alrighty, folks. And here we go with the Sun Belt Championship. Feel free to jump in whenever you want to talk. I, like always, just going to do more casual commentary than normal. But this is a big game, obviously. Conference Championship. And we've got rain here at the Sun Belt Championship. I'm not sure where it's played. I don't know if the home team gets it in the Sun Belt. I think me and Rick put them all at neutral sites. I guess we did because we have an SEC logo in the middle here, so I'm not sure where we put it. Or maybe this is where they always play. I don't know. But obviously, number 1 rush offense, and then how will Josh Johnson and Trey Inners attack this very good defense that held Coastal to 0 points early on in the year? That's hilarious that they're playing on an SEC field.
Dude, it kind of looks like Florida, I'm not going to lie.
It might be Florida.
No, there's no orange.
Well, there's not going to be. It's technically not their stadium right now.
No, that's not UF. That's not UF.
No.
They
What's
don't
in
have
the top
giant,
right?
They don't have the giant walls. Is that Legion Field?
I don't know.
Top and Tails and kick. Yeah.
That might be Legion.
Yeah, I can't pick
I
the
think so.
heads and tails for these, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
The only thing I
wait.
can think of is Legion Field.
All right, here we go. So, this is the site of Florida,
Oh,
Georgia. So I don't
it's-
know where that is.
Oh, Jacksonville Stadium. TIAA Banks Stadium.
Ah, so a big-time stadium here. All right, so here we go. Georgia Southern getting the ball first. We're going to see this epic defense. A lot of SFA players on this defense, and then the offense, obviously, Trey Inners and J.J. Johnson, who wears number 69. He's coined the term JJ69. His last Sun Belt championship. Can they go out with 2 in a row?
Excuse me, where are the pools if that's Jacksonville Stadium?
Game doesn't have them, I guess.
Rigged.
I know,
And-
dude. Those things are nice.
All right, Johnson keeps it 2 times in a row here to start the game. A quick 3rd down. Our reigning Citrus Bowl champions. And both these teams are hoping for a Rutgers loss, an LA Tech loss, and a Louisville loss today. And then maybe they'd have a chance at making the CFP as we get a nice little conversion there from Ryan Alexander. Ty Hagelwood is at the top of your screen. Handoff to Trey Inners, one of the best running backs in the country, as he gives somebody a stiffy and gets 7. All right, threatening midfield here on the first drive. This is a team that always plays above their overalls. We roll out right for Josh Johnson, just delivers a dump-off pass. I believe that's fullback James Sharp, and he gets 8. So moving the rock here early on. But you got to think the weather does bode well in Southern Miss's favor in terms of they have one of the best running, or the best running team in the country. J.J. Johnson, he's going to take off here. Wide open hole up the gut. He's not going to slide. You got to be careful of that in the rain, losing the ball, but he gains 10. All right, moving the rock. They're already inside 35. Hand it off to Inners again. Another big hole up the middle. Clay Camaro brings him down, but it's another first down. Georgia Southern getting everything they want so far on this first drive. Remember, this is Georgia Southern beat them last week. So see if they can do it again. J.J. Johnson, corner blitz, delivers a dump off to the tight end who breaks a tackle, only gets about 4. All right, we're inside the red zone now, 2nd and 6. And they're going to completely flip the play here. Man in motion, taking his time at the bottom. Handoff to Trey Inners again, and up the gut. Now he's getting stopped. And this is a game last week that really wasn't close. It was Georgia Southern jetting out to, they jetted out to a 21-3 lead, and they held on 27-10. So they're looking for another early touchdown. Broken tackle. They're inside the 5 with a fresh set of downs.
DeAndre Moose cannot cover the middle right now.
Yeah, they're just getting anything they want right now. 1st and goal. He's going to throw it here short, and an open man, J.J. Young, of course. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. It's always J.J. Young. We always see this guy, even though he's so low ranked. And yep, he's now the career leader in school receptions, breaking his own record from last season. So an 82 overall, best receiver in this team's history. That's crazy. As kicks up, and it's good. So an opening drive touchdown, pretty quick, but we all are here to see what D. Dowis can do, the 98 speed player. Felt like just yesterday I was messing around in practice with him as a true freshman running all over the field. All right, nice little return from Tybo. And the running backs, or go ahead.
I was gonna say the thing I love about that drive, there's that mix of pass and run, but that perfect 5 for 5. I mean, that was insane. Let's see if this quarterback can sort of match that sort of efficiency coming from number 69.
Yeah, I don't think D is known for his efficiency, but he's known for the big play. If you give him even a few yards of run to get up to his top speed, he's gone. So gotta watch out for that. Doesn't look like Peyton Hillis is back for this game. Likely the bowl game. Yeah, I don't think that's him.
It's not. That's Wolkman.
And all right, D going again. He's pitching it backwards. Oh, you didn't see that Ray Rice got hit, or that was Tybo Rogers. And
Texas. Oh no! Oh no!
Second play. Oh, we already put the ball on the ground. Oh, man. All right.
Shades of Tennessee, man. You hate to see
We're fighting
it.
for a college football spot, so we're putting ourselves down to, help bolster our rankings by showing a nice comeback.
Exactly.
The Arizona versus Texas A&M route. I love it.
Oh, now we got some Wildcat going. Trey enters at quarterback. He's going to throw it, and they call it incomplete. Oh, I thought that was going to be a fumble.
Definitely
Remember, this
thought
is...
that was a fumble there.
I do think that Southern Miss is going to be able to hold them a little bit because they are one of the better defenses in the country. So we'll see. But no rush there. And it's intercepted! Right back. There he goes. So Georgia Southern gets very cute on a...
That's George Smith.
Yeah, George Smith picks it off. And that was massive. Not go down 2 scores. Getting it right back. We might have a dirty game here going on in Jacksonville.
I mean, the athleticism, that the jumping vertical he got for that interception was very impressive too. Very good play.
All right, here we go. So what's D going to do? Now he's going to throw it first time, and he takes off, and he goes down. Not an impressive start here for D. Albert Ashcherry, the former bust, gets the sack. Oh, the fake spin move. He did the DeMarcus Ware. A beautiful play there by Albert. 2nd and 15 now. Triple option. They're going to hand it off to the up man who pushes forward. PJ Workman, get on your horse, baby girl. Now he gets 6 there. Do not know why I called him baby girl, but well.
You know what? I kind of just wanted you just to marinate in that. I didn't want to. I didn't want to get involved.
I did not know what I was cooking. All right, Ray Rice here. That's a 3 and out. All right, at least he completed his first catch, and that's the important thing for D, is getting in a rhythm early. If he throws a bunch of incompletions, he's not gonna have a good day. All right. So, ball's on the ground. He's still up. They pick it up, and Justin Parker gets one. Almost disaster. So both teams kind of not playing well with the ball there. And it's a booth review. Doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but we'll take a look. Yeah, he's down. So they'll move that ball up probably about a yard.
This might be one of those games, sort of like, where I guess it's just the rain's going to really be a factor. You see just the ball's getting really wet. They're not really able to hold on to it. It's possibly slipping out of each quarterback's hands. It might be one of those defensive we might not see even 21 points on the board this game.
And they're going for the Wildcat again after it didn't work last time. He's not going to throw it. He breaks a tackle in the backfield, and that's what inners can do, creating extra yardage. But Blaylock bringing him down. Curtis Blaylock slowly becoming one of the best box safeties in the country. All right, 2nd and 9. Gonna hand it off to inners, and the inside running has been the Achilles heel so far for Southern Miss. Mari Snowden already his 5th tackle, and when your safeties are leading you in tackles, you're not having a good day. So 3rd and 4. Can they hold them? Man in motion. This could be a trickery play. Oh, a lot of room for inners. There he goes. Can he get around the DB? No, but he still gets 21.
Loving that shifty agility from Trey Inners. Definitely that agility and able to move sort of left to right really helps create the extra yardage. So good run by Inners.
Now this is a run to Justin Parker, the backup. He gets 7. So this is a Georgia Southern team that did lose a lot of talent via the graduation and transfer portal, but obviously keeping the key pieces. They've been able to redesign a scheme here, it seems, that is working well for them, as we didn't really see this unique of a running game from them last year. So 3rd and inches. Can they punch it in for a first down? Johnson on the run, and he actually hits him. Ryan Alexander again.
Good improvisation. They're going with the hurry up here, forcing Southern Miss to really try and keep in that same defense and trying to mess them up with some trick plays.
All right, now they hand it off. Bad angle from the linebacker. Another 8 yards. And already 80 yards rushing here in the first quarter for Georgia Southern. 143 yards to 6. Not a good start.
An absolute sickos game, might I say.
And he throws that. Oh, it's almost picked as the trajectory of the ball got hit by the lineman.
You like
3rd and
McDonald's
2.
TC? What a fucking burger that was. Oh, my God.
All right, safety coming into the box. They're stacking it. And they're bringing a blitz. They pick it up out in the flat, wide open. A stiffy and a touchdown.
Ooh.
John Patrick, the tight end, man, pushing right through this defense. Well, let's see this one again. This was a beauty. Stiffies Amari Snowden. Boop. And then punches through 3 guys. Touchdown.
That was really, really good strength and just the ability to break that first tackle and just carry those other 2 in. Very impressive. I mean, Georgia Southern looks like they've been owning this game ever since the beginning. And I think the key factor, you've said it before, Trey Inners, what a stud of a running back. I mean, he has been kind of like the Akron Bearing situation with Kansas. You see a lot of the run game controlling the offense, controlling that time of possession.
Yeah, and now you're in that dangerous spot for these triple option offenses when you get down now by a score or 2. all of a sudden you're going to have to start getting out of your traditional offense and start pushing the rock and throwing it, which is when you're not at your best. But D. Dowis breaks tackle here. There he goes up the middle. He turns a negative yard play into 16 yards. It's exactly what he does. You just got to let D cook.
Yeah, well, they let him cook the first time, and he threw a backwards lateral pass. So let's see. Let's make sure that he
Hey,
doesn't
on the bright side, it wasn't 32 yards, right? It wasn't
okay,
Tennessee.
that's true. You bring up a good point.
And he throws that one. That's his second completion, Lionel Clifford. So already 2 for 2 on the day for D. That's impressive. And they're across the 50.
If you want to know how bad my wide receivers are, we have a guy named Lionel as on wide receiver 1.
Yeah, Lionel is not an all-star name by any means. As
I mean, you have Lionel Messi, not football, soccer, but
yeah. Who D. Dowis actually gets compared a lot to is Lionel Messi, the short guy. He's really fast.
the short guy.
All right, here goes D. Flips it out, hits this pitch. There he goes. That's Ray Rice down the sideline, breaks 2, and he's still going inside the 20. Here come the Golden Eagles. Here we go.
That triple option offense is definitely one of those where it's risk and reward, and the risk is really small compared to the big reward you can get with those big gains where you can just sort of trick the defense. So really good play by Ray Rice.
And this is a fantastic response from Southern Miss. Now let's see if they can punch it in here. Tybo Rogers now.
I really hope Paul doesn't go into the transfer portal this year. We'll see.
Well, I will not be forcing him. So
No, I
it'll be
know,
up to see
but
if the game does, yeah.
The game really likes to let star running backs transfer, though, it feels like.
Yeah.
Not as bad as wide receivers.
Well,
but
normally it's freshman, though. I think because he's been here a year or two, it's less likely. As we get 2 negative plays now, they were just going with the toss, and when you just go with the toss instead of that fake up the middle, it allows the linebackers to get out there insanely quickly. So at the end of 1, 14-0 here for Georgia Southern, and ironically, the exact same point that we were last week after the first quarter. Georgia Southern 14, Southern Miss 0. So can they rewrite history here and make a comeback?
And the interesting thing that I wanted to point out, TC, besides the option, you're not really seeing a lot of that rushing offense pay off for Southern Miss. Georgia Southern's been really good at stopping the run, especially if they don't get tricked by that option.
And now D goes down, and that might be out of field goal range. So are they going to punt it? Are they going to go for it on 4th and 23? What's the call here?
I mean, punting it would be an absolute sickos move.
Are you gonna kick the field goal? We'll have to see. Yep, they're gonna try a field goal here. It's gonna be 49 yards from the center. We'll see if they can hit it. This is definitely testing the range of their kicker, but he gets it.
Not even close, baby.
Beautiful kick. He needed that, and we're still following. Oh, just barely inside that wicket. Nicely done. And we're still following the exact same track of last game. Last game it was a 33-yarder. This time he hit a longer one, but 14-3 was where we were last time.
And I think if you're Georgia Southern, I think the biggest thing that you need to do right now is get a stop, not to necessarily get points, but have momentum come back to your side. They started out so rough that I think a stop here would just bring morale back up high.
Oh, yeah. When you have a 2-score lead, it's all about just, like, avoiding the momentum-shifting plays, avoiding a 3-and-out, avoiding a sack, avoiding a turnover. That's the easiest way to win here is just be conservative, especially when you have teams that are playing each other again just after last week. Like, they already know each other. They know what each other is going to do. So it's just about doing the little things right and avoiding disaster. And if they just keep running it up the middle, that's going to be good. But here we go again. Wildcat. Are they going to do something stupid? He's going to throw it again. Trey Inners. Oh, he hits a bubble. There he goes. That's a first down.
God.
Trey Inners for 7.
Trey Inners is like 5'8", 160, and he just stiffies just like nothing.
So Trey Inners now 1 for 2 passing the ball. Maybe one of the first running back throws we've seen completed as the ball's on the ground! And there's the turnover they needed. Quay Camaro picks it up. Or no, that's Clark. That's Clark. I always mix up Clark and Camaro. And that was Snowden. The first, was that your first recruit?
I think D was my first.
But he was one of the first
he was
guys.
He was in the trifecta, yeah. So I'm losing a lot of talent this year.
Definitely watch the big
play. Weiss is my first, and then I redshirted him.
Oh, yeah, it was. All right. Workman gets a tough 4 yards. But here we go. Southern Miss now forces a second turnover. This time again, Josh Johnson putting it on the ground. So 2nd and 6 here. This is a huge opportunity for Southern Miss. And he finds a way out of there. There he goes! Blazing past the linebackers for 24. D. Dowis, baby. Let him cook.
And I'm telling you, man, those big plays after those turnovers by the defense, that's a great morale. That's great momentum swinging in their favor.
As he throws it deep, and that's going to be incomplete. Just getting rid of it there. And this is a very important series compared to the last game as Georgia Southern took a 21-3 lead. You've got to get the next touchdown if you're Southern Miss. You got to bring it back within 4. Keep this game close as we're going quick option to the outside, and that only gets 2. Could not find a hole.
You just don't know how many stops that Southern Miss defense can get, and it is a really decent defense, but capitalizing off a turnover like they did with that fumble would be huge.
D, all right, dumps it off. Broken tackle from Ray. He can't get there. But are they once again in field goal range? Can they push this to 1 possession? Yes, they're going to try it. It's going to be a 45-yarder this time. Maybe 44.5. That kick is up, and it's good again. 2 for 2. Have yourself a day. All right, so if you can trust the kicking game today, I feel like their confidence goes way up. 14-6 here. Georgia Southern is getting the ball back. Yeah, obviously you want touchdowns, but we'll take it.
It definitely feels like that Southern Miss kicker is getting into sort of a streak. He's starting to feel a rhythm, so that way he feels more confidence in those kicks. You definitely love to see that from a kicker.
All right, now how is J.J. Johnson going to respond? He already has a pick and a fumble. Is he going to be less likely to take off now? He is one of those quarterbacks that played in a triple option system over at San Diego State, transferred here and went to more of a spread option. That's Young in motion here, top receiver. They're going to give it to Inners on a very good fake, but they snuffed that one out. And now Southern Miss is feeling it. Larry Toro in the backfield. So big chance here for a 3-and-out. And this is what we were talking about last drive. You got to avoid these momentum-changing plays, like the fumble and now 3-and-out. Can they avoid it? Handoff to Inners, and he is stuffed in the backfield. There's Clark again. Oh, baby, here come the Golden Eagles.
Obviously, I don't hate the call. I mean, as you saw, 6.7 yards per rush. He's been doing great. But just Southern Miss, just that front seven, really disciplined, really focusing in on that option, and they're taking advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was just some great adjustments. They were getting smoked in the first quarter by the run, so now they're kind of selling out for the run in the middle and begging Josh Johnson to throw it, and he hasn't. So 1st and 10 now, and can Southern Miss finally find a way to score a touchdown? That's going to be the question here. Hand it off. It's just a traditional handoff, and Ray Rice doesn't do much with it.
Still confused. I mean, yeah, sometimes those outside runs catch defenses off guard, but it has just not been working for Southern Miss. Even in the first quarter, it was not working.
Yeah, if you're going to the outside, it has to be one of these triple option plays. Otherwise, you just got to pound it up the middle. And here goes D. Breaks one. He tries to break another, but he trips over his own man. Pablo Smalls on the tackle, the SFA player. See, he broke this tackle, but he fell over Tybo Rogers. So now 3rd and long, and that's the worst case scenario for an option team. Can they keep this drive going? D, they're bringing a blitz over the middle. He finds his man, but that's going to be well short. Reese James can't get there. I would say this might be fringe gopher at range, but probably a little too far as they bring out the punt team. 4th and 7 now. Can they pin them deep here? They are angling this towards the sideline. We are going to get a return, though. There's a great punt. It goes out of bounds now. They'll start out at their own 26.
Definitely, if I'm Southern Miss, I'm probably going to experiment with probably that short passing game. You know, like sort of like that 5 yards and back sort of situation. Just sort of try and get a little spark in the offense going, because that run game is just not going anywhere.
Yeah, well, they're dropping back here. A little dump-off pass, another open man. And when they do give Johnson time back there, he's killing the zone. 8 for 11, 2 touchdowns. All right, first 10, they hand it off back to Inners, and they had a guy in the backfield who trips over the lineman. As he gets 6.
And I mean, you saw the mistakes early on from Johnson, but the fact that the combination of Trey Inners being able to open up the offense and him getting confidence back because of Trey Inners, you see that a lot of mistake-free football coming from Johnson.
As you get a wide open lane there for Johnson. He gets 21 before Ty Hagelwood brings him down. You'd like him to slide there, but I mean, yeah, there's just nobody.
Nobody's.
Those deep posts are killers. Take away.
Yeah, he could have gone more to the sideline, probably gotten a few extra yards, but you know, respect.
He wants the contact. He wants the contact. All right. Well, 1st and 10 now inside 35. And they're going to throw that. That was risky as Clark gets out there to defend the screen pass. Not too often you see DNs break up the wide receiver screens. There you go.
When you do it to the near side, too.
Yeah. Probably not a great play call in hindsight, as it's 2nd and 11 now. And they're playing way off. Look at these cornerbacks. Not sure why they were doing that, but they get them down. It's going to be 3rd and 6 now.
I think Southern Miss is just going for that bend don't break strategy. They kind of realize that they're trying to go hit him with these deep threats, sort of as decoys, but they know that if they leave them open, they could easily.
Oh, and the delay give. Can he get there? He does. Oh, those are the worst when the draw gets you the first down. Everybody playing off. Only 6 in the box. It was never a chance. All right. 1st and 10 now inside the 25. Can they hold him to a field goal? Johnson, that's in the flat. That was dangerous. Brings him down. 2nd and 8. Josh Johnson has been living on the edge today. 2 turnovers. That one was a little risky as he's going to drop back again. Free rusher, and he gets it off, and it's picked! There's Amari Snowden! The 3rd turnover of the first half for the Eagles. Unbelievable.
It is unfortunate.
Eric Coleman. What?
It's unfortunate. Johnson's been really efficient throughout this drive, and he's really been playing smart football, and then all of a sudden just gets pressured, something happens, and then he just throws it to the covered man.
All right, Workman now getting 7.
We gotta start holding up, though.
And maybe B-Dog wasn't... Maybe you weren't lying about your defense, man. I mean, they're giving up yardage, but they're coming through, keeping you in this game. Can D get something cooking? We know this team can hit those big plays, but...
We just cannot block on the outside at all. The wide receivers being wide.
All right, 3rd and 2. Can they somehow find a way to get this? I think running right up the middle is your best shot. And that's what they're going to do. Ray Rice, he tries to go outside. He cuts in, trucks Pablo Smalls. That's 7.
He's too small.
Oh, and we got an injury here. Ray Rice coming out of the game. So it's going to be...
I'm pretty sure Ray Rice got injured last week, too. Because he only had, like, 8 carries.
So it's going to be Tybo Rogers now as the main back. And he shrugs off a guy and still met in the backfield. I mean, Southern Miss is...
Are we just happy going into the half? Is that, like, a game plan?
Maybe. I mean, you do get the ball right back. But I would like you to get a field goal here. But
It is
Still two
possible, but I
timeouts.
think the type of game we're seeing right now, TC, is just like I think the last big play wins. I think we're going to be seeing that, especially throughout the rest of the second half. As oh my, that is just poor
Just
hands.
Southern
I
Miss
don't.
needs to find a way to get D. Dowis in space. Obviously, the pitch isn't working to the outside. Those handoffs to the outside aren't going to work. The power runs. These throws are never going to work with him. So you just got to find a way to get him out in space. So you dump that off to Workman and
Gonna call
falls
timeout,
forward.
yeah. They have a
But now,
chance to
yeah, now Georgia Southern has a chance to add points.
Yeah, and it's really confusing. I mean, Southern Miss calls that first timeout, but then their offense just stalls. So, any chance they had of trying to do it, they just gave Georgia Southern a free timeout. They easily could come down the field and at least get a field goal going.
Yeah, it's one of those things with the triple options. It's hard to generate a ton of yardage when you need it for like end of half scenarios. So, all right, let's see what Georgia Southern cooks up here. Empty. Is Josh Johnson going to make another mistake? Deep! Oh, it's almost picked by Blaylock. And they continue to let Josh Johnson have free reign despite 3 turnovers in the first half as Rice is out. And that's going to end his season. Unless the bowl game's later. We'll see. But 2 weeks seems to be. And no, he'll probably be back for the bowl season because I know that the game, like, does multiple week progress on injuries in bowl season. All right, there goes Young, and it's not going to be in field goal range. They are going to have to spike this, and they'll get a chance to yam it to the end zone. Assuming they get this off, yeah, they do.
And I mean, as you were talking about the injury to Ray Rice, I mean, no one was covering the guy. He was just running a drag, and he just got free yardage. That's free yak yardage.
Yeah, and here's going to be the yam. He throws as far as he can. That's a rainbow to nobody. And it's, oh my, it's almost popped up and caught, but it goes down.
Please just catch the ball. Knock
Curtis
it down.
Blaylock was unable to reel it in. But you know what? Here at the halftime, if you're Southern Miss, you got to be happy you're still in it. 3 turnovers, no offense. You should be good. But Cryo, let us know about our affiliate and how you like your SMU shirt.
Yeah, so I recently got an SMU shirt from a little secret Santa that the SFA ran by this man right here, TC. And first of all, the quality is outstanding, outstanding quality, great shirt. I love the designs. Like I said before, authentic designs for about 180 plus colleges programs. Definitely use code SFA for your first purchase for 15% off. And hey, they're running a promo right now, 40% off of a random shirt. So test your luck.
Oh, baby, that was perfect. And dude, my North Dakota State shirt is actually pretty sick. When I first saw yellow, I was like, bro, I don't wear yellow, but I could always use some more college merch, though.
Well, yeah,
all
the
right.
first when I saw my shirt, I just said, "Don't get!" Like I just
Yeah.
immediately went to Shrek. So, I mean, and I haven't been following Southern Miss as much, TC, but you know, I've been one of those people who's been a Georgia Southern fan, like just following their games, following like how their season's going, and I'm honestly been a big fan of how their season has panned out. So
Yeah, a lot of people are big Georgia Southern fans. They won the Citrus Bowl last year, which, if you don't know, is the highest prestige non-playoff bowl. So we'll see what they do this season. I mean, last year they were in the exact same position, 9-3, winning the Sun Belt and going to a bowl game. So this year, with the expansion to the 12-team playoff, now both these teams might have an outside shot, but they're definitely not banking on that. But we'll see a little bit later with that. And for those of you guys who are watching, Watch Party is normally when we do the final CFP rankings, we just release them tonight, like normal. But this season, we are going to release them tomorrow, right before or on the bowl selection show. So you guys will be able to. So it'll bring more hype. More people will watch it, and that way more people get to pick their bowl games. So just so you know, it's not a boo, Dogwater. Don't give me that.
this is coming from someone on the playoff committee too. I don't understand, I don't understand, but
I don't trust committees.
Oh, Dogwater. He's gonna be in his feels for years. This is like is Dogwater, is this worse than the 13-second loss?
Oh, by far, it's not even close. What do you mean? Dude,
Okay.
whoa, what?
Okay.
It's
I
not-
I don't know.
I mean,
That's not even comparable.
Dogwater sounded like a prime FS.
Our
fan.
no, no, no,
Oh
no,
my
no, no, no.
goodness.
And
In
there
the
goes
13
D.
second situation, our coach fucked us. In this situation, the
Well,
committee fucked us.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean,
there's
you're
really nothing you can
D-backs.
do.
You're
Like we did
D-backs.
everything you can do. Everything Florida State was asked to do, they did some and
They
more.
scheduled the national championship 5 years ago, and it's all about that
Yeah,
day.
probably wasn't the best idea to bring this topic up with Dogwater and B-Dog being big Florida State fans.
Now I'm gonna get so many more spam calls about having to fundraise for
Oh
one
dear.
night group.
Yeah, you got to raise money to break those grant of rights. But D's cooking here first drive and
Ugh.
6 for 10. I mean, and that's kind of all you can expect from D in the pass game. Like he's never been known for his passing. It's always been his ability to create and get out of the pocket and make plays with his feet. 3rd and 10 here. Another dump off and Tybo. No.
Go for it.
And that's the history of Tybo Rogers, in my opinion. He had so much hype for you, and then he just hasn't done much. I mean, he had that season-ending injury, right, his freshman year, and he just always seems to just be just like one tackle away. So we'll see if they get it here. 4th and 1. They are going for it, yamming it deep, and he misses him! Oh!
That is
You have, like,
unfortunate.
You have 78 throw power.
Oh
How
my
could you
God.
show all
Oh, that was
78
a
throw
missile!
Is that
22
Glenn?
Yeah, 20. The fullback was wide open too. Oh, that's so. That is
Oh,
B-Dog,
unfortunate.
was that
power? He
Glenn?
has 78 throw power, and he showed every bit of it there when he didn't need to.
Is that the D. Dowish era in one play? Man.
No, that's the Glenn era of Florida State.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see if the defense can bail him out again. Bringing safeties down here. And once again, Wildcat. They're loving this Wildcat with Trey. And it's not working. Wait a second. Oh, he's still on his feet. Trey Inners just battles through 4 guys to get 9 yards. This kid is incredible.
I mean, he's turning -2, -3-yard plays into 10-yard gains. I do not understand how he's doing it.
As you get another dump off to John Patrick. Rain is still coming down. We'll see if we get more turnovers or more interesting plays. But so far, man, this has been a good game. Close-ish. I feel like both teams have had their moments, but we're hoping Southern Miss can battle back here. Hand off to Trey, weaving in and out, and they're going to call him short. All right, here's your chance, Southern Miss. Get a stop in the backfield.
I mean, 19 rushes, 125 yards. That is absurd. That is Akron Barron levels absurd when it comes to the efficiency.
So 3rd and inches, handoff up the middle, and they find some room. They didn't think they'd go to Justin Parker.
I kind of like how they're using him though, sort of that decoy backup running back. That once he gets the ball, like the defense isn't prepared for it.
All right, so they run it again, another 9 yards. And they get the stop in the backfield. All right, so Southern Miss now. Here's your chance. Get off the field.
Either way, they're still in field goal range, so I don't think they're probably gonna go conservative with the call. I would be really surprised if they go for pass, and that is exactly what they're doing. Okay.
And they
They
get
get
the
it.
first to the tight end. He's been
Okay.
bailing them out all day long. All right. 1st and 10 inside the 15 here. Can Georgia Southern deliver another touchdown? He floats it out. He has a man. Can he get to the edge? And David Love, they call him out. 1st and goal inside the 5. Southern Miss continues to just bend and bend. Are they going to finally break here and give up that third score? First and goal, man in motion. Hand off to Inners. He cuts up field. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
I mean, TC, I think you can agree with me. This has just been a tale of two offenses. One that's just been stagnant over and over, and one that's had some troubles in the beginning, but they fixed themselves, corrected themselves, and they've looked pretty good. So I don't I don't really know how Southern Miss is going to get out of this hole. Like you said, you've seen bigger comebacks before, so
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't know Vintage D. He's gonna come off and throw 2 touchdowns to you, and then lose the game on an INT.
Yeah, it's that's kind of the D Dowis special is like he looks incompetent and then all of a sudden he turns it on for a couple of drives and they look insane and then last drive they mess it up, right? But I mean, I blew a 21-3 lead to Pinstripe last year in the playoff semifinals. So yeah, anything's possible here. You just need D to start attacking. Like I loved the play that they ran on 4th down on the last drive. It's just D has to hit the throw.
Yeah.
Co Simpson, we really haven't said his name today. He is the big hitter at strong safety. But every time we watch D, it always seems like he has at least one long run for a touchdown. So we'll see if he can generate that here and give his team a spark. As we get a false start now.
don't forget we have some exciting games later. Obviously, my favorite Clemson versus ECU.
Yeah,
So we'll see
it's
how
going to
that
be
game
an
goes.
exciting day. Conference championships, obviously, auto bids on the line. 12-team playoff gets way more teams excited, obviously. So it's going to be interesting. I think there's about 15, 20 teams still in the mix for the playoff. So we'll see how it plays out later. But
There is a lot of scenarios. There could be a lot of chaos.
All right. Oh, he gets the pitch out. That was fantastic. And there he goes. It's the backup running back, the third stringer, Brandon Robertson. And what a pitch by D.
He threw that at the last possible second. Very impressed with that.
And you have to do that you have the optional. You can't pitch OA in the option because they can react so fast.
Yep. All right. Well, here they come. Can D find that zone? He's going to keep it himself. There he goes up the middle, and he gets about 9. All right. All right, Kari, you're going to have to take over commentary for a second. I have to mute myself. Hold on.
Yep, no worries. Here we go. 2nd and 1 for Southern Miss. See what D. Dallas does here. Hands it off. Instead, goes with the option. Tries to go backwards to the running back, but just couldn't get it off in time. So he's tackled in the backfield. Not for a loss. It's still 3rd and 1. So we'll see how it goes here. And wanted to mention again, if you are not a Patreon member and you're watching this on YouTube, go to patreon.com/thesfa and make sure you look at the bundles. First of all, it goes to support the channel and you get some pretty cool features and it's pretty nifty as we do get a first down throw. Antonio Shelton, 1 reception for 4 yards. The short game is going to be huge for D. Dallas. Here we go. 1st and 10, 2:17 left in the 3rd. Drops back, tries to throw it in the middle. Number 83, Joel Thibodeau, gets the 9 yards. They're going to sort of bounce out and try and go, no huddle, sort of catch them off guard. But for the most part, they're driving down the field. Hopefully, this actually can result in a touchdown. Motion to the right, and they decide to option it, and he can't. They're actually going to give him the first down. So, interesting call. I did not think he got back to the line, but this is definitely a touchdown or die situation here for Southern Miss. So let's see what they do here. And here we go. The handoff to Tybo Rogers gets about 2. Not really much blocking there. The secondary level got there relatively quickly. So overall, they are driving though. I mean, 9 plays, 51 yards. I mean, it's been 3 minutes. That's a very efficient drive. I mean, you definitely need a touchdown here if you are Southern Miss. Motion to the right. They're going to triple option it, but the running back just runs away from the play. 15 rushes for 54 yards. Not the most efficient, but you definitely see it. Obviously, 4 for 10 on third down. So this is a do or die situation for D. Dallas. Two running backs in the back, one motion. They decide to go throw it, and it's going to be a screen pass. Maybe he can get there, and he does, and all the way in. PJ Workman, 21-yard reception. There we go. That is the life that Southern Miss needed. Beautiful screen pass. The defenders did not see it coming. Look at that backbone, making him look like he's got a huge neck. Great 21-yard reception for a touchdown. There we go. Maybe they go for two here, depending on what they want to do. But no, they take the one. They just want to get points on the board, and I respect it. Their defense has been okay. The second half's actually been way better than the first. So let's see how Southern Miss's defense responds. Maybe Georgia Southern comes back and yams it downfield. Who knows? And they're going to bring it back out. And oh, he might see one to the outside, and he's going to 40, and he's going to the 50, 40, 30. Oh, and he gets tripped up. Cole Simpson with a 76-yard. He had one man to beat. That could have been a kickoff return for a touchdown. Oh my goodness. Oh, what? That is just a horrible response if you're Southern Miss. Oh, that is just really terrible motion. Two men in the backfield, two wide receivers to the right, one wide receiver to the left. Here we go. Let's see if Georgia Southern can capitalize on a great special teams play. And he's going to run with it, and he gets a broken tackle and breaks two before it goes down. Josh Johnson, 6-yard rush. He's been really good as that dual threat through the air and on the ground. He had struggles early, but he's been able to show that he is efficient.
All right, what just happened? Okay, how'd they score? I'm gonna hand off.
So Southern Miss got a 21-yard screen pass play.
All right.
And then Georgia, and then Georgia Southern had a kick return, almost go for a touchdown.
How'd they get back in the website so fast?
There's a touchdown for Georgia Southern trainers. A long kick return got him inside the 30.
Yeah, it was a 76-yard. It was a 76-yard kickoff return, and he had one man to beat, but he got tripped up at the 25.
I saw the trip up.
How do we have freaking such bad special teams?
I mean, that's a killer. That many people don't, being a New England Patriots fan, it's been etched into my skull, and I hate it. But it's true. Like, special teams is a really big part because they could be a big momentum swing either way. I mean, the game's sort of starting opening up, so maybe Southern Miss can get those big plays. I mean, end of the third, it was a beautiful screen pass. I mean, Workman had no one on him, and I think he stiffied a man.
The fullback getting a touchdown. All right, so
yeah,
a lot going on here. 28-13 as we head to the fourth quarter. Oof.
Don't worry, I held it down for you.
Good. All right.
Dude, I don't think we've seen Pippen Jordan at all.
No, he's not been a factor here. It's Chibo Rogers, his second catch of the day. All right, let's see D start to cook. Obviously, you're going to give up, dumb touchdowns here and there. How is he going to respond? Is he still feeling hot? No. Throws that one as far as he can. 3rd and 3 now.
Doing his best Dyron Satterfield impression. I appreciate it.
Exactly. All right, they're lined up in the triple option, though. Hand it to Workman. He's been cooking. And you're going to flip it out again to Roberson, who cuts inside, gets the first down. Big brain move there, not committed to the far outside edge run and cutting inside because he knows he needed 3. Not trying to break a touchdown every single play. Now we got the Maryland eye. Oh, a nice little counter, and Tybo and was not cooking there. He went the wrong way.
They're going away from what worked, and when you went away, one thing I saw that really opened up the offense was that short pass. You saw a lot of slants. You saw a lot of drags. A lot of passes out of the backfield that actually went for a lot of yards of gain. So maybe they go back to that.
And you know what? I actually did go down there to help with the play sheet. So they got a touchdown, and now they're not. So I guess they didn't listen to me.
I mean, I don't have the iconic touchdown call. It sounded just like a kid calling a touchdown, but I tried
There
my
you go.
best.
Did you say bingo?
I didn't.
That was your
I'm
chance.
not on one today. Damn
And
it.
there's
All right, well,
DJ Anderson.
I did do an ad read though. I did do an ad read.
There you go. All right. So DJ Anderson brings it down, and they're moving the ball. It's still two possessions.
Moving the bar.
I like to use Watch Party as like my warm up for the week. So
Yeah,
get all the mess ups out of the way here.
of course.
Quick option. Oh, I thought that they got the blitz or they got the block, but he instead speared D, and he saw it coming at least.
Yeah, especially on that last drive that Southern Miss scored a touchdown on. You saw a lot of those triple option plays, and it sort of baited the defense into believing it was an actual pass that resulted in that.
Oh, and
pass.
here is
Woo!
I'm loving Brandon
Oh.
Roberson here. He is breathing new life into this offense, finding the hole, taking the first hole that opens up, and going right through it. First and goal now for Southern Miss.
He's a great change of pace back. I mean, 14.7 yards per carry. He's been sort of sparking this offense.
All right, can Tybo push one in? Yes, he does.
Bingo!
They get
There it
back.
is.
Now the question is, do you go for two?
They won't. They tried
Well,
to
the
do it
thing is,
last
they
time.
had a chance to go for two
No,
last
they
time,
won't.
but they went for the extra point, which I thought was really interesting. So
I think
could've made it.
Yeah, I don't. I think the analytics say to go for two there, because then you have more opportunity to fix it if you mess up, right? But
Well, the analytics are like 96% Brendan Staley, so take those however you will. So, I mean, honestly, this game, the moment that TC leaves, of course, the game opens up with
Oh, yeah.
a 20-yard touchdown and a 76-yard kick
So
return
here
that
we-
could have really been a touchdown.
so here we go. It looked like it was going to be a low-scoring game, and now all of a sudden, 28-20. JJ 69 dumps that one off, and he gets about 8. David Love. All right, second and 2.
Ooh. Got a little motion.
And once again, man, the Trey Enders fights through for another first down. And you got to start watching out if you're Southern Miss, because this is where teams are going to start to run that 4-minute offense, bleed that play clock down, and shorten the game. So they got to get this ball back fast.
And I mean, if you're Georgia Southern, if you have someone like Trey Enders who has 6.2 yards per carry, that is the main focus that this Southern Miss defense has to focus on going into it. I mean, Trey Enders has been lighting up their defense, especially with some big play runs.
Oh, yeah, Curtis Blaylock makes the play there. But I'm calling out these middle linebackers. We haven't seen DeAndre Moose or Larry
Moose has
Toro
been
make
so
any
trash.
impact plays. So we got to see what they can do. Oh, there's a blitz. He gets to him. And that was DeAndre Moose. Right as I call him, they don't give him the fumble, unfortunately. But now it's 3rd and long. Here's the chance.
Very, very controversial call there. I think he sort of passed that ball backward, but, you know, we'll take it.
Yeah, and over the middle, and they're going to get him down. So Southern Miss, chance to get the ball back here, unless they go for it. That'd be very aggressive play. But, yeah, I think the right call up 8 would be to definitely punt this. But
I mean, if Georgia Southern does get the ball back, I'm loving going to Lover Anderson more. I mean, they whenever they get an open space, you see them be shifty and be able to like fight for those extra few yards too. So,
yeah,
no pun intended, but I would love to see more of Love.
Are we going to see a fake punt here? That's the question. I could see it.
That would. Oh,
No.
Nope.
All right, so
You got my
under
hopes up,
5
DC.
minutes here. Sometimes we see it, sometimes. All right, so...
It was that kickoff return, man. There was about 6 missed tackles by the Southern Miss special teams unit. It was bad.
Well, they have it. Oh, there's D. He just takes off. Is this the play? He breaks one. And I don't think anyone was expecting him to just take off on the draw. And obviously, you saw D there. He has such quick acceleration. He was already out of the pocket before anybody realized what was happening. All right, option to the other side. And And I think Georgia Southern is really playing this game very well. They know who the risk is, especially with Ray Rice out of the game. So they are getting D to pitch it immediately, like within 3 yards of him taking the snap.
I mean, overall, Georgia Southern, over the course of the season, has been a really, really smart team, really efficient team. Obviously, you know that they've flirted with being ranked with everything going on. So I'm not surprised. A very disciplined team, I can say that.
And I love the way Workman is running in Peyton Hillis's absence. He is pushing for every single yard. So 3rd and 7.
He broke two tackles on that screenplay, so let's see how it goes.
I think this is 2 down territory. He throws this one deep and open, man. There you go. Lionel Clifford.
That was, and the
Beautiful.
defender bumped him, but then just left him open, just down the field.
Yeah, he thought he had safety help. The safety thought it was a deep route, and then he just cut it off on the corner. So now they're in business under 4 minutes.
Safety, more like danger. All right.
Triple option. Oh, here we go, D. Oh, my. He just got killed. Malcolm Cope, the free safety from Tennessee, just speared D.
And, I mean, if you pitch that, that's a touchdown.
Exactly.
That is all the defenders were focused in on D. I mean, I appreciate him trying to fight for that first down, but protect your life, kid.
Well, I don't
my
think he
goodness.
saw Cope at all. I think he was looking away, maybe looking for a running lane, but he's going to throw it here. Oh, my God. Now, question here, right? Because Co Simpson just jumped that route, and he was tipping it a couple of times. That ball lands behind the quarterback. Is that a fumble?
No. If the defender touches it, no.
Okay. Well, 3rd and 1. There goes D again. He's doing this shifty little backyard football as he just takes the snap himself. He doesn't care about anything. He just sees an opening, and he gets out there. First down, D.
What you're seeing in the second half is D Dallas just being more aggressive, just wanting to run the ball and win the game by himself.
Oh, yeah, man. He's doing him. This is how he plays. This is how he wins games. Dumping that off to Tybo.
And, I mean, really, really solid response in the second half after that horrific first half by Southern Miss. So it's interesting to see if they can finally get that touchdown.
All right, under 3 minutes. He breaks one. He gets the pitch off. There he goes, Roberson. Oh, he breaks another inside the 5. I thought they had a touchdown. Oh, my.
Again, they're tripping on each other's teammates. It's very frustrating to see that, but he had a clear touchdown, but it was one defender to 3.
And a nice misdirection to Tybo. He gets to the 1. Now, if you're Southern Miss, honestly, I would want to score quickly here. The reason being is if you don't get the 2, that way you still have time to work your timeouts and get the ball back for a potential game-winning field goal. So if I'm them, I'm hurrying up here. And they're going to throw it. Interesting. It's a touchdown to Son Pippinger. The SFA player. In the biggest moment, he gets the catch. No one saw him.
And I mean, what you've been seeing from this entire offense, especially this drive from Southern Miss, is that everything they do, they're doing quickly. If it's a draw play, they're doing it quickly. If it's a quick pass, they're getting it out within 3 seconds. You did not see that at all in the first half.
All right, 2-point conversion. D can't get it. And this result doesn't matter, as all of these games are BearCave this week, as they're saying Toledo is projected to beat Louisville. Interesting. That would definitely help out the winner of this game if that does come to fruition. Jack Snowball is an SFA player. All right, so now you're down 2, 28-26 here. Got to get the ball back, and they're going for the onside kick. An interesting play here. Well, we'll see if it works out.
Yeah.
And it goes right to Georgia Southern. So now I don't know. I don't know how I like that.
I'm not a fan of that call. I'd rather just kick it deep. I mean, your defense has been really good here in the second half that you can sort of trust them, but I don't know if that's the right call.
All right, well, let's see what they can do. Trey Inners on the run, and they break one, and big hit there. And here come the timeouts from Coach B-Dog. 1 touchdown likely wins the game for Georgia Southern. Can they beat them twice here? And they give them the first down. Now, there still looks like there's probably a chance here, but they would have very little time left.
You would need definitely a big play from Southern Miss, even if they do get the 4th down stop.
Hand off to Inners again, and obviously he's a game ender. He's kind of running back that you could just hand it 3 times and he'll get a first down. 2nd and 5. They're in shotgun here.
Ooh.
Don't want him to... Oh, JJ's running this one. He cuts inside. Can they jar the ball free? No, they can't. And you can't let them score here, as it would be 2 scores then. So, a bit of a pickle now, as I think this game is... Yeah, they're bringing out victory formation. It looks to be over.
And I mean,
unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, but kudos to Southern Miss. I mean, after that horrendous first few drives where they only got a few field goals, they really lit it up. They got 14 points relatively quickly near the end of the 3rd. So, very interesting. Unfortunately, I mean, Georgia Southern, don't be surprised if they, if they were to make the playoff. They could make some noise. They are an upset machine.
And I will say, 2 wins in a row over Southern Miss is pretty quality. And if everybody else loses from the G5, I don't think that we would leave a G5 team out, especially after like a G5 team won last season. So we will see. But Georgia Southern happy they'll be winning the Sun Belt 2 years in a row as the clock hits triple zeros. Georgia Southern gets it done 2 years in a row. They are 10-3 as Sun Belt champions, beating B-Dogs and the Southern Miss Golden Eagles 28-26.
Team's still young. We have to you.
They somehow win this game despite losing the turnover battle by a ton. Just a painful way to lose. Obviously, another one where D. Dowis comes out a few yards short. But this was a fun game to kick off conference championships for sure. I'm glad we chose this one.
And I didn't mention it while you were gone, but I mean, hey, if you guys want to join the watch parties, also get a couple features and support the SFA, patreon.com/the SFA.
Ooh, look at you. Cryo is a plug machine. Let's go.
I call myself the superior sellout.
Hey, we'll take it. All right, well, hey, I'm glad the neutral site worked. This was a great venue. I know it was raining, but fun little game here to kick it off. And only a 2-point win, a close one. That's all you can ask for game day style games. Both teams in it to the end. And here's that screen pass. First time I'm seeing this. Let's see what Workman can do. Oh, man, down the sideline, too. He stays in bounds. Oh, my. Man, of course, I miss it.
It was an electric play because in that sort of drive, they were sort of focusing on the option. So when that screen pass happened, they thought it was an actual legit passing play, but they just weren't expecting it.
Well, it's going to be a game day great, as I will be obviously always editing and putting out highlights. And for anybody new, we do always put out an ultimate highlight at the end of this season, which typically is about a 2-hour video, along with the top 10 plays of the year. Hassan Pippinger getting a touchdown today, too. All right, so let's see how this one shook out. Obviously, disappointing end to the year for Southern Miss, 2 straight losses. But yeah, I mean, start out is all Jace out. I mean, if we could have started this game at, like, halftime, I'd say, right? It was Southern Miss kind of dominated them, but it was just a slow start. Is D. Dowis played really well through the air. This is a lot better than he normally plays. And running the ball, you would say that he didn't pop off that his iconic 60+ yarder where he just blows away everybody, bursts through the hole. Workman, I think, was actually the MVP of the backfield along with Roberson. I mean, he's their leading receiver as well. So PJ Workman, baby girl, put in the work today. As on defense here, you got Curtis Blaylock leading the tackles. And I'm a bit disappointed by these middle linebackers. They racked up some tackles, sure, but they left the middle open a lot. Not very many TFLs, no extracurriculars, as I like to say. They got an interception here from George Smith, which was massive at the beginning of the game. But those 3 turnovers definitely from this defense kept them in it, but you would have liked the linebacker core to come through a little bit more. Greg Douglas did his thing. I mean, he kept him in it as well. But J.J. Johnson, or I always say J.J. Johnson, went just Josh Johnson at J.J. 69. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He was playing from the hip today. That's all you can say about him. 3 turnovers. He still played well, got it done. But the player of the game, obviously, is always Trey Inners, one of the best running backs to come out of that draft or of that recruiting class. I think he was only a 2-star. This is your daily reminder that even 1 or 2 stars in the SFA are still electric players at all levels. As on defense, you got Co Simpson, the lean tackler there. You got a deflection, and they got. And look at all these TFLs. It's those runs on the edge that forcing them into 3rd and longs that really derailed this offense today. And that's the game. So let's check players of the game here, and then I'm going to take about I'd say 10-minute break or so to get everything ready for BearCave. So I'm projecting that the start or kickoff for BearCave is in about 15 minutes. But let's see the players of the game here. So Trey Inners, Co Simpson, Eric Coleman got that fumble and the interception. I don't know why I thought he was Amari Snowden. There's just some players I always think are other players. But, all right. Miss. And that's going to do it. So thank you guys for joining us on Watch Party this season. We will have one more for the bowl games. I don't know which bowl game it will be until we announce them all. Typically, it's going to be one where we have 2 Patreon users facing each other. If not, then I'll have a poll like normal. So, yeah. All right. Thanks for watching.